Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video so you can join me for some toy hunting. Let's go see what we can scare up. Scare being an apt word as it's the day before Halloween, and I'm currently in deep with my 31 horror toys in 31 day series, but hopefully my effort is paying off in you guys enjoying and liking those videos. But it does also mean you likely won't see this until November, but regardless, let's go see what we can find. Kicking it off with the B&M Home Store. If you're not familiar with it, it's a discount chain. I pop in every now and then, you never know what you might find. And in their wrestling section, they have enough tattoo sets that if they were bricks, you could build a house from them. There's a stacked down ring, and then they have this curious Ultimate Wrestling Championship Action set, which are basically knockoffs using old Jack-specific molds. This one has Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, I believe that's Edge on the right there, and then hiding behind the chair being shy, there's Batista, and they have a second set, which is a bit more current with John Cena, Randy Orton, Kane, and The Undertaker. There's $7.99 each, and I admit I've been tempted to buy one because it's always a giggle to review knockoffs. Let me know if you're interested in a closer look at one of those sets in the comments below. Then moving on to their superhero section, and Marvel superhero mashes have been showing up in volume of late at B&M. There's Venom, Iron Patriot, Hulk, Falcon, Iron Man. Behind him, Captain America, there's Wolverine. These are the earlier mashers that have the decent articulation, worth checking out if that floats your boat. Some Captain America, Avengers, nonsense, spider junk, more spider junk, spider junk, spider junk, spider junk, spider junk. Then ba 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 do 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 do. These Doctor Who sets are pretty cool actually, $12.99 each. I don't know if they originally showed up in proper stores and have been moved to B&M to live out the rest of their life in peace. And I've just spotted these. They are just 5 POA figures, but at $2.99 it's pocket money for the kids. They have Iron Patriot and Hawkeye. But let's see on the card back what else is available. There's a Spider-Man picture there, and actually let's take a look at the Iron Patriot card back, and that pictures the Hulk. Yeah, I see Hulk and Spidey selling out before these two guys. And curiously, they have superhero toilet paper for when you need to treat your backside to a bit of crash, boom, kapow. At just $1.49, it'd be a good gag gift for a superhero fan whose bum is in need of rescuing. Yet, after I've plopped one out, I think this toilet roll's a bit more appropriate. And I've just noticed that mankini posing pouch, so let's move on. And I've traded one discount chain for another. I'm now in TK Maxx, and I do usually come away from these discount stores empty-handed, but I'm convinced the one time I don't pop in will be the day their shelves are full of Marvel Legends Red Pools. There's some Marvel goodies, and then also some DC too. This guff came out when Man of Steel was released. I wonder if it'll still be on the shelves come release of Dawn of Justice. And no Deadpool, but they do have 2 Spidey movie legends. $9.99, not bad. Here's more Marvel in the form of the Guardians of the Galaxy Milano Starship, $12.99. Comes with Star-Lord 2-inch action figure, and I think should also come with a 2-inch action figure of that pink alien chick he screwed in this. Here's just about the only thing I can tolerate from the Phantom Menace. It's Darth Maul talking plush, and he doesn't talk. Kind of like the movie, really. And you catch me digging deep to excavate this UFC cage. It's pretty cool. I see people in toy photography using these cage parts as like chain link fencing. Ooh, and look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? It's the Little Mermaid, or in this case, Once Upon a Zombie. It's a zombie Little Mermaid, so she should be more like, look at this zombie. Now to my local Asda Walmart Supercenter. And if your Toys R Us is barren when it comes to Star Wars Black Series, you might want to check out your local Asda. Look, there's a Kylo Renning it up front and center on the peg. Behind him, booyah, there's a Rey and a couple of fins tucked back there. A few nights ago I went to see Spectre, the new James Bond movie, and I saw the Force Awakens trailer on the big screen for the first time, and I'm not ashamed to admit I shed a tear or two. Ooh, and I'm seeing the Asda Walmart exclusive 3 3/4 inch Black Series for the first time. Darth Vader, Chewie and Luke.
$8.97, which is pretty good as they have some superposability and they're selling the 5 POA Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch for $9.97. And interestingly, they're now also coming in the 6-inch style of collector-friendly packaging. And keeping it on an Asda exclusive tip, they've got the Marvel Superhero Mashers Hulkbuster Iron Man. $24.97's a bit rich though. If that goes on sale, I'll be scooping that up. Toys be falling on me. I did previously get this set down here, but in that set the Hulkbuster is the masher. I prefer the other one where the Hulkbuster are armor attachments. They got Mr. Potato Head as Spider-Man. I remember they used to try and do a pun with the name like Spider Spud. Now they just don't seem to bother. It's Mr. Potato Head as Iron Man. Then in their 2 for $14 section they've got some wrestlers, including in the front, hogging the spotlight as per usual, it's Triple H. Then behind him, rest in peace, it's the rowdy one, Roddy Piper. I'd get him, but even the 2 for $14 promotion doesn't tempt me to add any of the others to my collection. Maybe I'll mix and match Hot Rod with a Sparkle Girls pony. Actually, for more wrestlers, I'll head to Smyths. Smyths is always the motherlode of wrestling action figures in these parts anyway. They put Toys R Us to shame. I think currently on my hit list I want to get Charlotte from Basic Series 50 something. Elite Series 38 should also be imminent. I'm not seeing any on the shelves here though. It seems they've still got their full complement of Elite Series 37. Yep, Stephanie McMahon, and then The Miz, Seth Rollins, Dean Malenko, and beyond him John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I hope they release an Elite Lita. I just bring that up as I remember Malenko feuding with her. Nice classic US title belt he comes with though, but the winner of Best Accessory of this series is Brock Lesnar with his Eat, Sleep, Conquer John Cena shirt. Whoa, I've not seen this battle pack yet. It's Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, although the staff member censored Scott Hall's face by sticking the sticker over it. Wonder if his shades are removable like Nash's. Who else is in this series? Ambrose and Rollins and Big E and Kofi. New Day Rocks. And if you've been tuning into my 31 horror toys in 31 days, you'll have seen my review of this Creator Superstar Undertaker zombie set. I also picked up the Seth Rollins martial arts one, and at a later date I might get the Roman Reigns special ops one. Then in a galaxy far, far away, or a bit further down the action figure aisle, look! They've got the First Order Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren. Blimey! Is anybody still struggling to find these? I don't know. It seems, at least around these parts, supply is finally meeting demand, but I'm itching to get Captain Phasma from Series 2 now. And I'm finishing up today's toy hunt in Tesco's, where I'm picking up my supper. But have you seen this WWE Ultimate Superstar guide? I've picked this up previously. It's pretty cool. Inside it includes current superstars and legends, and they're all rendered in like this really cool comic book art style. It's only £5, which I think is pretty cheap, and you get a little bio blurb for each wrestler. It's published by a company called DK, who've also done a similar Avengers and Spider-Man one, which might explain why the WWE one's in a comic book style. And they have the new Empire movie magazine Suicide Squad variant covers. There's Joker, pictures of him blew up the internet this past week. There's his gal pal Harley Quinn. There's undead Nicki Minaj. And Wicca Wicca Wild, it's Mr. Will Get Jiggy With It Smith. I guess it's just the 4 covers. When X-Men Days of Future Past came out, they did like 16 variant covers. Anyway, click this video for my previous toy hunt in which I ventured to the Glasgow Comic and Toy Fair and beyond. And now catching up with some correspondence from that video, well, I did review the Foretold action figure as part of my 31 horror toys in 31 days. You can click the video on the right to see that review. Plus, although they're not in that scale, I just received the Missy action figures, so Doctor Who fans may want to stay tuned to see those. Maybe we don't have Walgreens here in the UK, so me buying one myself's not an option, and I've not wanted to cough up to a scalper on eBay. But my good friend and Articulation Assembled podcast co-host Craig Warwick is currently enjoying his holidays in Disney World Orlando, so maybe he'll come back with one for me, who knows. Actually, quite a few people have asked me if I have a PO box, and no, I don't at this current time. I did look into getting one, and it really shocked me how expensive they are. Plus, it's not something I can trial, so if people end up not sending me anything, I'm stuck paying for it for a whole 6 months. But hey, let me know in the comments below if it's something in some fashion or form you would take advantage of, and maybe I'll bite the bullet and get one. Anyway, I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.